Welcome to our red hot call. And I'm so excited for tonight. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit extra giddy. I did just get off the phone with somebody who's like, hey, I got a new recruit. So I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit extra giddy for that.
Woo!
So everybody that is on this call tonight is Red Jackets, and like, I'm so excited for it. And tonight we do get to have one of our own directors as the guest because we wanted to do a little Q&A. So we'll get to that part a little bit later, but we do have some recognition to do first. So Mary's gonna pull up those slides for me, and I'm gonna grab a prize because I have it right beside me. I didn't get a good photo of it beforehand, but the prize that we're gonna be doing for all the Reds that are on tonight, because you're gonna figure out how you'll get all your entries at the end, but we've got the gorgeous necklace from last year. So it's a necklace and earring set. I only took it out of plastic for you all so you could see it better because it was crinkly in the plastic. But it is a gorgeous set, and you could wear it to seminar this year when you go. So that is what someone will be leaving with tonight. But our first slide is all the Reds. Like, oh my goodness, there's so many Reds on here. And I do see we have 2 DIQs. Like, we got 2 DIQs, we got multiple team leaders, and a lot of star team builders. Oh my goodness, it's so cool. And I know that we set this goal for 20 Reds. And guys, look, we already have 11. And we still have a few more days left in this month where we can get more Reds on our teams. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I know there's a couple ladies still working for it. And see, these are the 2 DIQs I was talking about. I'm so excited for Amber and Jessica. And yeah, I know Amber's in her 2nd month and Jessica's working her way to do a 1-month wonder. And her unit, future unit, is the one that just got a new recruit tonight. So one step closer there. And oh, yes, this photo. So we took this photo last year at seminar. Like, you guys have heard this countless times, but it was sunset and it was awards night. And we're like, we just want to hold the hand of every single future director. And we're going to retake the photo. And yeah, it's going to be so magical. Like, we'll have all of us hopefully in the same order if we can remember what order we were in. And then fill in everybody that's a new director. It'll be so cool. So yeah, we're all holding hands of future directors, whether this year or next year, but we're all holding your hands and wanting you to come alongside us. So our first recognition for Reds tonight is going to be for your team production. So there are multiple levels, like the 4, 9, and such, but we'll explain that in a minute. At number 10, we had Bobby Joe. At number 9 is Amber. 8 is Vicky. 7 is Lisa. And 6 is Kim. Then we move up to our top 5. And oh my goodness. So at number 5, we had Rachel. And then it was Jennifer, Jessica, Amy, and Deborah. Oh my goodness. You guys, that's almost $2,000 right there, right at the tip top. That is amazing. Go ladies. Go, go, go. And up next, you guys just saw everything that you guys did as a team. But now what commissions did y'all earn? So let's see how those stack up. So at number 10, we had Amy, and then we had Anna, and then number 8 is Kim, and we have Rachel and Lisa. Oh, goodness. And then we got Jennifer, Amber, Vicky, Jessica, and Deborah. Congratulations, you all. Like, oh my goodness, that is so, so exciting. So this is what I was talking about earlier when I said the commission percentages. Blah, blah. So there's different levels that you can earn, and this helps explain a little bit more. So as a star team builder, you can either earn 4, 6, or 8%. You will earn 4% if your team production is anywhere from 0 to $999.99, basically just under 1,000. And then once you hit 1,000, it bumps up to 6%. But if you hit 1,800, then it bumps up to 8%. So that is all at the team builder level. But if you bump up to team leader or elite team leader, also known as DIQ right now, because we've been very thankful for that, then it's either a 9 or 13%. And you can bump up to the 13% with 600 in personal production. So when you earn your jewelry for the month and you have 5 active personal team members that have 225 production each. So yeah, those are So many good ways. And at 4%, we had Anna and Bobby Joe. And then at 6%, we had Jennifer, Lisa, Rachel, and Kim. And bumping up one more level to 8% was Deborah and Amy. So congratulations, you guys. But we got to bump it up even higher because we got some 9%ers. We got Jessica, Vicky, and Amber. Congratulations, you guys. And our very last slide for tonight is a reminder for y'all. So we want to remind you that next month we are going to be doing a red hot call, and it's going to be on the third Thursday, and the technical date is the 20th. So you'll be able to come back here, and if you are here tonight and you come back at that time, you get a bonus entry into the giveaway that we do. So it's a win-win in my mind. But up first tonight, we get to do a little Q&A. So tonight we get Jennifer Draper. So I'm going to pull up her stuff really quick because I had a message her this morning because I couldn't remember all the exact dates. I'm so excited for this. So for Miss Jennifer, she only joined like a little over a year ago. So think about that, guys. She only joined in January of 2022. And then a few months later in April, she debuted as a Red Jacket. And then just a few months ago from now, so on March 1st, she debuted as a director. So she did so much stuff in just a span of a year and a half. So it is crazy and amazing. And I can say I'm proud of her because guess what? I am proud of her. Very, very proud. And she's already earned Princess Court Sales this year. So that's another tick on her checklist, I would say. So, Miss Jennifer, are you ready to do this?
I am so ready. Emily sent me a few questions like ahead of time so I can prep, but I'm just going by the fly on my pants tonight or whatever you want to say. But I'm so excited. I'm ready.
Okay. I will go in the order that I sent it to you in case you had something come into your mind. That's why I have it pulled up on my laptop. So the very first question I wanted to ask you tonight is, what do you like to do outside of Mary Kay?
Oh, this is so good. Outside of Mary Kay, I love to, of course, spend time with my family first, as I just was able to resign my full-time job so I could stay home with my family and my kids. So my first thing is spending time with my family, going and seeing family that lives far away. And I guess you could say traveling as I have more time. And yeah, just time now that I don't have, I guess you could say, a 9 to 5. So really spending time with my family is what I love to do. Outside of Mary Kay, that would be my one and only. Like, I can't spend enough time with them. I like to play sports, but I'm getting kind of too old for that. So like, honestly, spending time with my family is my number one thing. We just love to ride 4-wheelers, play outside. We live in the country. So my husband wants to get some cows and start like our own little small farm. So just spending time and building onto our shop and just investing in our own home, in our equity of our lives is really what I love to do with me and my family.
And now that you've quit your other job, you've got even extra family time, which is amazing. Like, that's a huge step to take the commitment to say, I'm going to make enough with Mary Kay to help support our family and make our lives better. So that is amazing. My next question was, what made you say yes to the opportunity?
I don't know. Some of you may have heard this before. I was looking for a good skincare routine. So I knew social media, you could find all kinds of stuff, right? We all look on social media for things nowadays. So I was looking for a good skincare routine. I knew I was getting older and I was needing to cleanse my face. So I went out and looked for a Mary Kay beauty consultant so I could get a good skincare routine. And once they told me how much the products was, I didn't even have $25 to spend on a charcoal mask at the time. So that's why I started Mary Kay, is because I heard 50% discount And I didn't even have $25 to spend extra on a charcoal mask. So that's what made me say yes to the Mary Kay opportunity. But I know that like many people say yes for many different reasons. So I just like love to encourage all of you Reds to just keep asking, because you could soon be like in the position that I am today. Because like I said, I just kept talking to people about it once I started, and that's really what made me start. Was I knew I needed to take care of my skin, and I did not have $25.
But what almost held you back from saying yes?
I love that. Okay. So what almost held me back was the anticipation of like having to tell my husband, like, hey, I'm gonna like sign up for this Mary Kay thing, but only for the discount. Like, because my husband knows me best. So really that would probably be the closest thing that almost held me back. Because I never, ever, ever tried a single Mary Kay product before I started. So honestly, that was probably, other than like not ever trying nothing and my husband, those would have to be the two things kind of that come boggle together, because like I said, never tried a single product. So I was really nervous to sign up, not knowing what the products were actually like. So that's kind of twofold for me.
Yeah, I can understand that. Plus, that actually does give you another story to tell people as well. Be like, hey, I didn't know a lot. I started trying stuff and I liked it as I had already signed up and fell in love with it and just kept moving on up the career path. Because why not? So, speaking of career path, when did you realize you wanted to be a director?
That one is a good question. So like I first started and I just, started for the discount, and I don't know, Jennifer Huff just kept talking to me and just like kept like talking about like, oh, you could get more income. You could get more income. You could get more income. And that's all I kept hearing, because when I first started, I didn't even have $25 to buy the charcoal mask. So the word income, and then Jennifer being a very like good mentor and just being very open and available as a director to me as a brand new beauty consultant really helped me want to keep going. And then I also seen all the other directors, and it's like, well, they get to do like even more fun little like sessions by themselves, and they get to go to extra company events and like all the extra fun and excitement. Really wanted me to even be farther up the career path, because I love the excitement, love the fun, like so that's kind of a twofold also. Like I said, I wouldn't have probably tried as hard had I not had such of a available like mentor director that Jennifer was to me. So that's kind of twofold also.
I can say she's pretty encouraging and pushy when she needs to be pushy. In all good ways. But as you were trying to like become a red jacket and then become a director, like what were some of the stumbling blocks that you had to overcome?
Okay, say it one more time because I don't have my question up.
It's okay. What stumbling blocks did you have to overcome, like as you were trying to reach red, and then we're like, okay, I'm going to go for director? I'm sure there were some new stumbling blocks there as well.
Okay. So like stumbling blocks within like my team, it's like the communication. I was working full time, going to school full time, very full, busy, fun life. So those were some stumbling blocks, but I knew that if I wanted to have fun, go to the extra events, be able to go to leadership, be able to walk across the stage more, have extra money for my family to be able to spend 25 extra dollars on a charcoal mask, that's like the motivation that kept me going. So really like there's a lot of stumbling blocks, but I just had to keep telling myself to be dedicated, And just don't give up, because I'm not like, I don't like to try something and then just give up halfway through the middle. So really finding myself as an individual really helped me get through those stumbling blocks. But I can't really pinpoint exactly all the stumbling blocks. I just know that some of them was communicating with my team. As I kind of mentioned before, Jennifer was very good, or I'm sure still is good at that, because she still answers me on a daily. So really that was a big stumbling block for me, I guess, making sure I was very well communicating with my team, telling them what I was excited about, what we were working for. So really just being very readily available for your team, I guess, would be my biggest stumbling block.
Yeah. I understand that. It's a new learning curve when you hit director to then be okay. It's time to communicate with everybody, and I'm the one in charge of relaying all that information. It's a great learning curve, but it's a learning curve. So, and back to the motivation part that you said, how did you find the motivation to keep pushing towards your goal when it seems so far away?
So this one was really hard for me. I just kept plugging into like every single training that I could, because I knew if I was there, even on my worst days, like my weakest days, the days I didn't want to be there, those were the days I absolutely had to and needed to be there. So just like I kind of mentioned before, knowing that the end goal is somewhere there, take little bite-sized steps, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. But just knowing that I was going to be able to go to leadership, go to a seminar, walk across stage as a brand new director, that's what kept me motivated. But I'm sure everybody else has their own little motivation like curve and what drives them most. So really just finding yourself will help you and help you stay more motivated.
Yeah. Because if you have that goal inside and you don't want to give up on it, guess what? You're not going to give up. You're going to find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Honestly true. What is one way that Mary Kay has blessed you?
One way is hard, just one way.
Okay, 5 ways.
Okay. I probably just can't suggest one way. But I'm going to one way is it's really blessed me and my family by being able to ever take our first time ever family like vacation together. Like I said before, Mary Kay couldn't even spend $25 on the charcoal mask. And it was able to buy me and like all six of us. We took an amazing cruise to Wisconsin in our old 67 Corvette that we love. We looked like, I don't know, like the Ventro seats, the front and the back. Like it was just the most fun experience that I say has blessed me and my family, because we were able to do that together. And I kept saying the whole time, Mary Kay paid for this. Mary Kay paid for it. Like it was just so like exhilarating and fun. And I like literally said that the whole trip because I wanted them to realize Mary Kay paid for this. So that was probably the thing that blessed us the most so far, that I would say is my favorite.
Well, you mentioned your family, and that was my next question. So what changes have you noticed like in your family since you joined?
So I have noticed that my husband, my kids, even my mom, like they all have been able to come together and help like this business like strive, I guess you could say. The relationship between my kids and my husband like is way other than it has ever been before. Like we communicate better because we know they have to know my schedule. So the communication between my family, my 8-year-old and my husband has like definitely strived since Mary Kay, because we did not communicate nowhere near as well before that. So I think the communication has really been a blessing and helped us whether I started Mary Kay or not.
This is a completely random one. What is like one of your favorite ways to communicate with your husband? Like, this is when I'm doing this meet call. This is when I'm doing this class, whatever it is. Like, I'm going to go do this beauty session at this time. What's been the best way that's worked for you guys?
Ooh, that's good. So everybody may look a little different. Like, me and my husband, since I've started Mary Kay a year and 4 months ago, have been through a bunch of different schedules together. When I first started, I worked at the hospital, I think, and I worked late at night, and my husband worked a night shift. And so just finding the time together, whether it be on the phone, because some days we never even seen each other. We just talked on the phone. So just finding the right time to be able to sit down and be like, okay, I have this and this and this week. My husband is starting his own business as well. So now that he's starting his business, this adjustment is going to be completely different, going to be a whole new level. But really, now that he knows I have already started my business and we are up and going, he looks at my calendar and he is going to work around my calendar, because now his job is more flexible and he only works 3 days a week. Before, he worked a night shift, I worked a day shift. We never seen each other. So really knowing each other's schedules, work schedule first, really, really helped. And then whenever we sit down at supper, our conversations, when we would get that time, would be, you know, what are we doing this week? Or do we have any time for fun or friends or family? But like I said, really, it just depends on your guys' schedule and what time you guys have to communicate. But the best way that me and my husband communicated it is, I'm like, hey, I'm working today for 3 hours. And then after that, like, what do you want to do? You know, do you want to go work, or do you want to go do this? And then I'll take care of the kids, or do we need to find a babysitter? So it just kind of fits into everybody's life differently. But really trying to find that good communication is going to definitely help. And it's not going to leave like a really, really tight, stressful like barrier, because before we were always trying to bicker about, you know, appointments. So really finding the communication is really going to help, most definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if the communication's there, you're both going to be happier and you're both going to be succeeding in your jobs that you're doing. And it's going to be a happier household all the way around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what is one of your favorite, not just one, you can pick more than one. I know I say one a lot. Favorite Mary Kay memory?
Oh my gosh, that's so hard.
Okay, favorite memory from when you were red.
Okay, because I was gonna say, have you asked me like after seminar, it's gonna be walking my mother across the stage with me. Like, okay, but red, my favorite memory as a red. That's so hard. They're all so fun, but I guess my favorite memory as a red was last year's seminar. I was able to walk across the seminar stage as debuting as a brand new red jacket. And that's when I was like sitting in the audience as a red jacket. And I just kept telling myself, like, I'm going to be a director by next seminar. I'm going to be just kept telling myself that. And then seeing now that I finally followed through with it is so exhilarating. It's such a rush. It's so exciting. And I think that would be my favorite memory, is sitting there at seminar, keep saying, I'm going to be like, that was my favorite, I think.
I remember you saying that, because I was there close to you and I was like, yeah, she's going to do it. And Maya just said in the comments, you beamed the entire seminar.
Thanks, Maya.
You love being red, but you're like, I'm going to move up.
Yes.
So what would you say to someone who is unsure if they should attend seminar?
Yeah, that's really good. So I started in January, and seminar 6-7 months later. and I was a red, but I was still in that red spot where I was just making, maybe 13% commission every other month or so. So I was like, oh my gosh, I just can't afford this. I just can't afford this. But like Emily said before, when there's a will, there's a way. Somehow, some way, under God's creation, I was planted at Seminole. Don't give up on yourself. I'm like anything could happen in like 2 weeks. Like your ticket just has to be bought by 2 weeks. You can come up with the rest of the money between July and August. And that's what Jennifer kept telling me. Like, your ticket has to be bought by here. You will find a way. There is many hotel rooms that are open still, have like spots left in them for those of you that are still on the fence about it. But like I said, I just kept telling Jennifer, I don't have this kind of money. I'm still at this red level that it's hard. I don't know how it's going to happen. But don't give up on yourself and just keep talking to your mentor, because when you have somebody behind you that is so empowering and they are just fulfilling and they help you, like, it's going to want you to do better. Like, you have to put yourself around positive people in order to keep going up. So it's totally worth the investment. And I don't even think about where that money went now. Like, it's just like, it was so fun, so thrilling. Like, there's no other words. It was like an experience in itself, even if you just go one time to experience it. Never would I ever have done that. Like I said, if it wasn't for Mary Kay. So just do it.
And for me, at least, going once got me hooked on going again. Like, I'm not missing the next one. I'm going to be there. And I want to hit that goal next time. And then guess what? This time I'm going to go and I'm going to come up with a new goal. So
yes,
a lot of dreams are born there.
Yes.
So what are some goals that you're working on now? And like, what would be some of your future goals?
Okay. So there is like so many goals in Mary Kay. You can just keep going as far as you want. You can like slow down and stay right where you want. My next goal is to work on building our unit, as we just debuted in March. Work on building our unit, building stars, because they always say that stars drive cars. So our next goal is working on earning the use of our first ever Mary Kay car. And you can still earn a Mary Kay car as a red jacket. Don't give up hope. It is totally possible. But that would be our next goal as a unit. But a next goal as a family is going to be able to have enough sales from my own profits to take my family and my kids to Disney for the first time next spring.
That would be fun. Like, Disney with kids. That was just like, yeah. It's like, yes, we want to do stuff for our personal growth and stuff in this business, but when we can involve our kids and our husband, it's just that much better. That much better. Plus, then they're motivated and excited for all the things that you're going to go do as well. Okay. What is a piece of advice that you would give to everybody on the call today?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So a piece of advice would be to, like, first stop, slow down, take a deep breath. Like, it's okay. Even if you don't hit your goal the first time, it will happen if you really deep down inside want it. Like I said before, when there's a will, there's a way. So just take a deep breath, take a step back. And if you have tried this avenue, maybe try a different avenue. I know I was like stuck at some point and I'm like, I don't have nobody. Everybody I've contacted is not answering. Don't keep reaching out to that same people. Try to go out and find new people. Maybe go try to find a Zumba class to go to, or maybe go find a new coffee shop and make it an everyday routine to find a coffee shop. Like, definitely step out of your comfort zone, because that did help me gaining a few more customers in the past couple of weeks when I was at the eyeglasses place. Like, I talked to the eye lady. Like, be yourself. And if you think about it in your mind, do not never doubt it. Stick to your gut feeling. I just live by that. Like, if it's been a thought in your mind, it obviously is something that's going to enthusiate you. It's going to give you joy. You thought about it, go for it.
Yeah. There are times I'm like, is this person really going to let me talk to them about this? But I'm going to do it anyways. Because, well, no harm, no foul. So, yeah. I think that was the last question I had for tonight. Yeah. So.
We're so fast.
I know. Sometimes it goes really fast. Other times, there's a lot of talking, which is all good. So, is there anything that caught anybody's attention that Jennifer shared tonight and would love to just tell her either in the chat or you can unmute and tell her yourself?
Jennifer, I just want to tell you, I'm super proud of you. I remember last year at seminar, you talking about being a director this year, and I'm so excited that you're going to be a director at seminar with us this year on stage, getting to walk across stage, introduced as a new director to be able to take your oath on stage. That is an awesome experience. And something that you said that stood out to me, everything was so good. But one thing that really stood out to me was when you said, showing up when you didn't feel like it. Because we all get there, where you just don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. You're frustrated and you're tired, and we all get that way. But when you keep showing up, that's when things happen. And so that's it. I'm very proud of you and excited for you.
Thanks, Sherry. I thank you so much. I was like so excited whenever you all said that I was going to be able to walk on stage when you just said that and say my oath, because I just remember watching that on stage last year, and now I'm sweating over here. I need a fan in my office because I'm the adrenaline and all the things. It's a good sweat though, but like I said, yes, I had many nights that it was Monday night training, and I'm like, I don't want to. Life was so crazy today, as my family likes to say. It was nuts. But I needed to be there those nights, most definitely. I don't know how many memos or clips that I gained from the trainings just being on there those nights that I didn't want to. I learned more from those nights than I did the nights that I wanted to be there. So just be there.
Jennifer, I just have to tell you that, so the first time I met you was on our way to seminar last year. Watching you grow and blossom into the woman that you are today has been phenomenal. You are so confident and I don't know, it's so hard to describe, to see you back then and then to see you now, the growth is just, oh, it's amazing. I love it. You are glowing and I love it. I love watching you.
Thank you, Amber. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. And I do remember the first time we met, I was messaging Amber, I'll be at your house in a few minutes. We're going to write a seminar together. Never even met Amber. And I'm very, very nervous. But like I said, just do it. It's totally worth it. You will not if that was not a good word. I just used 2 knots in one sentence. But you will not find a Mary Kay beauty consultant that you cannot stand being around.
Nervous because here I am asking this girl to leave, some lady that doesn't know me, leave her car at my house, and I live in a trailer park on top of it. So it's oh my gosh, what is this girl gonna think of me? But no, it was absolutely wonderful. We had so much fun.
Oh my gosh, I seen that my mom said that there's going to be lots of crying. There's going to be lots of crying, Mom. So between the 2 of us, we probably need 4 boxes of tissues. So that needs to be on our checklist.
Hey, Jennifer, remind me again, how many kids do you have?
I have 1. I have 2. Okay. My husband has 2, but the one that we have together. So we have 4.
4 kids. Okay. I love hearing your story. You're so encouraging. I think your story is absolutely amazing. Don't ever stop sharing your story. Doesn't matter if they've heard 100,000 times, people need to hear it. When I heard your story this time, I took away, oh my gosh, I mean, I knew this, but in college, full-time, working full-time, a mother of 4, you had every reason to not finish. It makes me think like anybody can do this if you can do this. And just watching you go through that process, I know it was not easy, but it was so worth it. And I'm so excited to get to celebrate with you this year as a director. I remember last year too, meeting you for the first time in your red, and I just had this feeling that I knew that you would finish. And so I'm so glad that you caught that vision at seminar. And I think you're going to encourage so many more people in our unit to get it done, just to get it done. And it's so worth it. So thank you for sharing tonight. I just want you to know your story is just great. So don't ever change it.
Thanks, Heidi. Thank you so much.
Jennifer, you have an energy that fills the room, and it's so contagious. Like, your laugh is, I think, one of the best laughs, and your smile, when you smile, it fills the room. It really does. And tonight, a phrase that you said was, I'm investing in the equity of my life. And oh my word, I feel like that's exactly what your story has showed us. Like, you worked, went to school, supported your husband on night shift, 4 beautiful children, and a side business. Like, you knew what you needed to invest in to give better opportunities. And wow, like, here you are training and teaching all of us. And I'm just so amazed and so excited to learn from you. And like, just like Heidi said, like, I cannot wait for the rest of our area to hear more of this. They need to hear this. They need to hear your story. And now that you have, and then I got chills as you kept talking about, I have more family time with my family than I ever have before. And I believe that's what Mary Kay Ash wanted. She wanted women to be able to spend time with their family. And now hearing that your husband is opening a business because you started a business and now he has more flexibility. Like, oh my goodness, like what you did for your family will forever impact generations, from your children to your grandchildren. And I have chills like thinking about that for you. And so thank you. Thank you for navigating those stumbling blocks. Thank you for getting back up. Thank you for being obedient when it was hard and showing us all that it can be done when you are determined to find a way. And watching you walk across stage as a new sales director is going to be so beautiful. I'm so excited for you to get to experience that moment.
Thanks, Maya. I love it. Yeah, like I said, I never would have thought that I was sitting here investing in my family and the equity of my home and our lives, until literally it just came off the tip of my tongue here tonight. So guys, I winged all those questions, just saying. So you don't have to be all prepared and everything for all the things to move up the career path. Just take it one step at a time. One step at a time.
Well, Jennifer, the one thing that comes to my mind is always the phrase of everything is figure outable. And I think that phrase is your story. From the very beginning of, you knew you needed to, you wanted something different for your skin. So you were figuring out how to do it. You didn't have enough money to be able to buy product. So you figured out how to be able to get product. Every single step of your story is just a testimony to that. Of, not sure how you're getting to seminar. I'm figuring out and I'm going to be there. And I think that is I think a lot of people fall into that trap of when something is hard and they run into obstacles, that it's oh, this is my sign not to do it. This is my sign that this wasn't the right thing for me. And that's not the case. Yes, I understand that Mary Kay may not be for everybody, but anything that is worth doing is going to be hard. And to be able to trust that process and to navigate all those things like the others have shared just proves that everything is figure outable if you know that that is what you want to do and you are willing to put in the work and willing to put in the effort. And that's what you've done your entire journey in Mary Kay. And so I just think that that is awesome for people to be able to see that and to witness it and to know that it can be done. Like everybody's going to run into something, but it is figure outable. So thank you for sharing that and showing all of us that that can be done.
Yeah, that kind of makes me like lead back to I'm very, very, very firm believer everything happens for a reason. You know, people there trying to ruin everybody, you know, but you just, if it's been a thought in your mind at all, I literally am a firm believer you thought it for a reason. Don't hold yourself back. Like that's just, you know, I can't, I even tell my kid that, like, what were you saying? Nothing, mom. No, you thought it. What were you saying? Tell me what you were saying. Like, let's figure out what you want, what you are going to get happy about. Like, so I'm just like, really, if you think it, it needs to happen. You thought of it for a reason.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, Jennifer, you know, I am so proud of you, and I cannot wait to walk across stage with you as a brand new sales director. You and Amber, how crazy is it that you two rode together to seminar last year and are going to be walking across stage together as brand new sales directors? But thank you for sharing tonight, for sharing us your story. And what I wrote down, you mentioned this a few times about finding yourself through this process. And I think that's something, or one of the reasons, or one of the things that Mary Kay Ash was looking for and that she wanted to help women do is to find themselves, to find their worth and to see their true values, and just to see how much you've found and figured that out just in the last year and 4 months. That growth has been amazing. And I know there's so much more finding out that's going to happen in the coming months and years as you work and you learn and you work on those leadership skills. I mean, you're already an amazing leader leading your unit, and can't wait for all the many more victories and celebrations to come.
Thanks, Jennifer. As I mentioned before, it would not have been possible without all of your help and all of your like just time and effort that you like put into me as well, and just the readily availability that you were able to give to me was like nonetheless the best of any other. Like I've even tried to sell paparazzi for a couple years. Like it was nothing that I would have ever like came across had I ever chose to stay with paparazzi and not switch to my Mary Kay journey. So like I said, the availability of you is so awesome, and you are the best leader for sure.
So I think everyone is done talking for now, but I do know we still have a giveaway to do. And I think Jennifer is going to help me with that. Referring to Jennifer.
I think I'm helping you with that one.
Okay. I don't know who.
So I have everybody's names that is currently on here now that is a red jacket, but I do need to know of those of you that are on tonight that are in red, if you were on last month, if you could like put it in the chat or wave and let me know so that I can get you, because you get double entries if you were on last time as well. Okay, so Jessica was on last time, and Jennifer, Deborah was on. Okay, and Amber, I think you were on as well. Is that correct? Okay, so everybody gets double chances. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen here, and then we'll do the wheel. Okay. I need a bigger screen. That's what I need. Okay. There we go. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Who's feeling lucky? Do. Deborah is the winner. How awesome is that? Okay. Oh, I'll take a picture of that and put it in the thing so you guys have that to share with her as well, so she can have it.
I think that's everything for tonight. Is that right, Mary? Is there anything else we need to cover?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, we're good. So thank you again, Jennifer, for being willing to do that with me. I appreciate it. And that was a lot of fun. And I think it helped everyone get to know you a little bit more, and B, also inspired them, because no one's journey is simple, but all of our journeys are going to look different, but there's bits and pieces that connect that I love. So I will see you all next month for this, but we also will have seminar. So hope everybody will be there too. So bye.
Awesome. Bye, guys.